There's a story happening right outside our windows, a kind of quiet drama playing out in the trees and in the sky. It's about the wild birds of Japan and a crisis that's threatening their very song. So in this explainer, we're going to get into what's happening and what their silence could really mean for all of us. Think about that bird song you hear in the morning. It feels like such a permanent part of our world, right? But what if it wasn't? This question right here is at the absolute heart of what we're digging into today. Because the truth is, these familiar feathered neighbors of ours, they are facing a crisis that's happening right in plain sight, yet most of us, well, we never even notice it. Yeah, they're way more than just beautiful background characters in our lives. They're actually vital signs of our environment's health. You could say their decline is like a quiet alarm bell, a clear warning that the natural balance is being, well, dangerously thrown off. So, why? Why is this happening? Well, the problem really boils down to three major threats, and each one is fundamentally changing the world these birds need to survive. The first one, and probably the most obvious threat, is the loss of their homes. As our cities get bigger and our world develops, their natural world, well, it just keeps shrinking. And the contrast here is just stark, isn't it? On one side, you've got these rich, diverse habitats birds absolutely need. And on the other, the concrete jungles that are popping up everywhere. Every new road, every new building, it can mean a forest or a field is just gone. Forever. And this isn't just about losing some nice scenery. For these birds, losing their habitat means losing literally everything. Their shelter, their food, and the safe places they absolutely need to raise their young. Okay, the second threat is a lot less visible, but it's just as deadly. I'm talking about chemical pollution, especially the massive use of pesticides in modern farming. Now, a key culprit here is a class of pesticides called neonicotinoids. It's a mouthful, I know, but these things are designed to kill pests. And they don't just stop there. They get absorbed into the plant itself, contaminating everything from the soil to the insects, and then, of course, the birds that eat those insects. And the impact is just devastating. It's like a 1-2 punch. First, it kills off the very bugs that birds need for food. Then, the chemicals build up inside the birds' bodies, and that often messes with their ability to reproduce. It's a brutal attack on their survival. And that brings us to the third major threat, climate change. Now, this isn't about one single event, but a slow, creeping disruption of the natural rhythms and cycles that birds have counted on for thousands and thousands of years. This slide really shows the critical problem. It's a timing mismatch. Warmer temperatures make plants flower early, so the insects that eat them hatch early to match. But a lot of birds, they're still on their ancient schedule. So by the time their chicks hatch and need the most food, the bug buffet has already come and gone. So, to put it simply, birds are facing a world that's just out of sync. Their migration patterns are all messed up. Food is hard to find, and that ancient, delicate dance between the season, the plant, the insect, and the bird, it's breaking down. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is sad for the birds, but what does it really have to do with me? Well, it turns out their fate is directly tied to our own well-being. You see, wild birds aren't just passive residents on our planet, they're active workers. They are essential balancers of our ecosystem, and they're doing jobs that are absolutely critical for its health. I mean, for example, they control insect populations that could otherwise just wipe out our crops. They are master gardeners, spreading seeds that grow our forests. Without them, the very systems that give us our food and clean air would be in serious trouble. This quote, this really gets to the very heart of the issue. A world where the birdsong is fading is a huge sign that our environment's fundamental health is failing. It's a warning we just can't afford to ignore. But, and this is so important, this isn't a story without hope. The good news is that there are simple but really powerful things we can all do to be part of the solution. It can start right in our own backyards. A feeder can be a total lifeline in the winter. A simple dish of water helps them drink and keep clean. And just being mindful of our waste, from detergents to plastics, helps keep their whole environment safer. And hey, a quick but super important note, if you do set up a feeder, try to stick to things like sunflower seeds or actual bird feed. It's really best to avoid human foods like bread, which can actually be pretty harmful to them. And our impact goes way beyond our homes. Choosing sustainable and local food reduces the pressure to turn natural habitats into more farmland. And honestly, just getting out into nature and teaching our kids to appreciate it, That fosters the connection that is the foundation for all conservation. Ultimately, it's about seeing how all these small actions connect to a much bigger picture. Every single step we take, no matter how small it feels, is a step towards building a healthier future, not just for the birds, but for all of us. And this is really how it all connects. Things like using an eco bag or saving electricity might not seem directly related to birds, but they absolutely are. Every choice that reduces our overall environmental footprint lessens the strain on the natural world, the very same world that all species, including us, depend on. So, we end where we began, with a question. A world with birdsong is a vibrant, healthy, and resilient world. A world without it is, well, it's less. And the choice of which one we leave behind, that's really up to us.